Do you know you have 30 minutes?
Are you kidding me?
30, 30, 30. Yes.
I ain't never known you to mess with goddamn kid now.
Thank you very much.
Nah, that's goddamn something your partner don't goddamn know of 30-some years now.
This is for you haters.
Uptown dick, downtown dick, uptown dick.
Mr. Majeski has stated he is considered dangerous. There are several pending warrants that will be coming out that, based on their content alone, there's a great likelihood that he's someone who will commit further felonies. Furthermore, without mentioning the facts of the case in front of us, children were involved.
I'm not going to act like parents don't record uncomfortable situations, mental health, and the behavior that might be included with a certain episode that your child may be having. Maybe one of the parents aren't home and you're like, I need to talk to them about this later. So you try your best to get the recording, or it's something that you need to share with your medical team. All right. I really don't see any harm in that, as long as, if I feel like you would need to be discreet with it, because sometimes that is going to agitate the person when they're in a certain state of mind. However, it's never okay to take this video and share it with your friends. For what reason? Now, you can tell your friend, hey, let me tell you, we went through it today. Little Sally, baby, listen, we had a time with little Sally today, but to send that for other people to have it in their possession is weird to me, especially another grown ass man. Like, why would you send a video of your daughter to Dre, for example? What were you preparing for? What were you getting ahead of? Because what does that grown ass man, I don't care if he's known you for 30 years or not, when you guys are on this phone call that we are going to get into, he's confused about which daughter you're even talking about. So there is no relationship that he has with these girls for you to be sending him footage of what they're going through. So this is going to be a video, 10 minutes or less. And now we know why it was so urgent to smear her name on recorded calls, to make sure he got this video. And I have a question. Bragging about kicking out your two daughters and your stepdaughter, Sheridan, is not a flex. So in this particular phone call, he's speaking with Dre. Dre is in confusion, asking the right questions. Well, what's going on? What does Shirley's daughter have to do with this? What does Miles have to do with the reason why you're in jail? And although we heard this call before, it makes so much more sense. Sheridan was present for these situations where he's kicking people out. And I just have to ask, since when is it okay to ignore that this grown man is kicking out these young women? Somebody has to be the problem, and maybe it's not them. So since Nesto is trying to get in front of what's about to come out, he's asking people, hey, do you still have that video that I sent you of my daughter? So let's get into that portion of the call.
Okay. Yeah, so I sent that to you so you can see on the bottom the stipulation they don't want me to talk to Miles or Keisha, and Keisha putting her up to that shit. Keisha's my oldest one, the bipolar one. So I was calling to see if you still had that video. 2 videos I need, because I know you keep all the pictures. You ain't got none of that shit.
Who don't want you to talk to Miles?
The prosecutor's office.
What they got to do with you? What they got to do with you getting out?
because my older daughter, Keisha, the one that's bipolar, putting all trying to just all just think she gonna get something from me. She ain't.
Get something like what from you, Nesto? You're not making any sense. What is going on? What does she want from you, Nesto? But see, they let him get on his phone and give them word salad, and they hang up still confused.
She not looking for all kind of stunt reasons to bring me all the way to the court.
Well, what reasons? What did you do that they're trying to bring you to the courts? What did she want from you that you said she's not going to get from you? Like, dude, you're not making a lick of sense.
Right, but what that got to do with what you eat? I don't understand that. You lost me then. Start over. So if you got a bond on this stuff that they're supposed to be having you on, which they ain't got nothing on that, but your family and Miles, the prosecutor said you can't talk to them. What that got to do with this forgery case?
Ain't that something? That shit crazy. Ain't it?
They tried to press some charges on you or something?
No, they ain't putting that on it, but that's what, to me, that's what they trying to do, but they can't, because there ain't nothing else. Nothing else. But that came from, the wife daughter, went down there and telling all kind of bullshit and just talking shit.
What wife's daughter? Who wife's daughter? Oh, Shirley wife's daughter.
Yeah.
Because, hell, Dre can't keep up. He don't know which wife. He didn't know if he meant Edith, the daughter Laverte, the daughter he got with her, or he didn't know which wife. Bigamy is part of the RICO, so Dre, what did he know?
If I put Miles out, I'm glad I recorded all this shit. All this shit's in my phone. I recorded everything. Everything I needed to recover and it came
How
out.
they know about your daughter Miles? Shirley's daughter told them about Miles too?
Yeah, all that, because she was there. Yeah, she told all anything that incriminated me, she told me that. And they didn't have nothing else but that. So when I saw that when I went to court Monday, I saw that, I said, damn, they didn't got nothing else with that. Trying to come at me with that. Then I seen
Okay, hold on. So when so a year later you go to court. First they've been talking about putting y'all on TV talking about this and you know whatever. Co-defendant this and this. So now when you go to court now, his wife's daughter said that all these things about him and what he did to his youngest daughter put her out. What that got to do with the case?
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, okay.
What I'm saying is,
All the while you just been talking about co-defendant, they ain't got nothing, but you never said nothing about Shirley's daughter and what you did to Miles and what hurt. Have you ever done anything to Shirley's daughter?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
No, I never did nothing to her. Just for her ass out too.
Could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
So this phone call is all over the place because Nesto is speaking with Dre, and he's going to address Keisha, his daughter Miles, and his stepdaughter Sheridan. Now, when he mentions Keisha's name, he says the bipolar one, and he explains that she's been working with the prosecutor and she's allegedly putting others up to railroading him. Now, there's a lot going on during this phone call, but I want to focus on how he lets Dre know that he has recorded Miles. He's recorded Sheridan, and I might be mixing a phone call up. I don't know if he says it on this phone call or another phone call, and how he has recorded Lakeisha. There's no reason why you are recording these girls after you kicked them out. I don't know if it was all at the same time or separate times, but who kicks their children or, these young adults out of their home and then you record them? I mean, are you cool? Why would you, a grown-ass man, record your daughters after you kick them out, meaning they're now homeless until they figure out where they're going to go. I don't give a damn if they were just homeless for 25 minutes, but you record them. Are you following them around with your little camera? Or how does that work? Sorry for my aggressive voice tone. Let me get back to the call. So I just wanted to fill you in what the beginning of this phone call was all about. Let's get back into the clip that we're going to listen to.
Because she disrespected her mama. She did, and I told her.
And she goes down to jail while you're in jail on a humble and
Yes. Because they call her and tell me, oh, they this and that. I said, man, come on, man.
Okay, yeah, all right. So in the beginning when you first met her, when you were trying to help her, when you bought her the Hummer, when you bought the cars and stuff, and she was staying with her boyfriend, did she tell them that?
They ain't tell them none of that. They ain't tell them none of that. None of that shit. None of that.
And when she gets told her to let her boyfriend mess the car that you got her, the Hummer and all of that, and left her for broke, he did. Okay, I need to be quiet. Okay.
I know what you're saying. Hey, bro. When I tell you, when I would call you the other day, all of that was in my head. I was already frustrated.
When did you call me the other day?
You know when I called you last week. Oh. Yeah, all that was building. All that shit was building up. It was building up. But I had to have my facts. So when I got the paper and I saw that, I said, wow. So I said, well, I'm sitting for you, let you see. Read down there the stipulation. That shit had me mad as a...
So pretty much he wants Dre to send that video to Sonya because once again, he's trying to get in front of something, ahead of something, because in my opinion, he's hiding something. And at this time, we all know what it is. So he wants to cast doubt with people who don't know her, that only know him so they can speak on his behalf. And he wants to undercut what she has to say about how her father handled her and what he's done to her, allegedly, asking her to stretch the bloodline. There's so many things that make so much sense right now, allegedly, because these are allegations. But I'm just saying. And then when you come out here and tell your story, you look bat-ish crazy. So, we're dealing with a demon. This man is a demon, in my humble opinion. I say no allegedly because it's my opinion. We're dealing with a demon right now. I mean, when you look at the messages that she sent him on social media, letting him know over and over again to go sleep with his wife. You never loved me. Go sleep with your wife. You took my virginity, Dad. I'm your daughter, not some bitch. No, you don't care about me. You just care about you. This is dark, and there's a problem. Because when this creep was left in charge of 3 young women, regardless of if it was at the same time or at different times, where was everyone else at? Who spoke on their behalf? What made the other adults in this situation believe what Nesto was saying over these young ladies? Because if they were still in their parents' home, obviously they were still in need of their guidance. And just for clarification, when I say these 3 young ladies, I'm speaking of Sheridan, Miles, and Keisha.
And back, Shirley's daughter now, and what happened with Miles, and the whatever lesson that you were trying to teach her because she was out of control as a teenager, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get her to do right, whatnot, whatever, you know what I'm saying, so she wouldn't be disrespectful. How that gonna be used against you? And why would she go tell them something like that?
Okay, because it's the other daughter, the bipolar one, that was homeless, with that video. Remember that video I took of her and sent to you? It's in there from G.
When you keep saying the other daughter, who is the other? Talking about Shirley, the other daughter? That's who Miles was out there with, right?
Yes. I got the video of all that.
So she went down there too?
Yeah, they went. What it was, Shirley's daughter went and told them all that shit to get me all the way out the way. And then they listened to the statements, whatever they had, and went back and tried to find her, I guess. And then that's how that happened. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah. And them videos, I think, man, that was shit. What, that 2 years? When that was? 2 years ago?
No, that was 5 years ago. Probably
I don't think
five.
that's still.
No. The video that I sent you, that was 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Yeah. Only videos I got are the ones on the bus and stuff. Is on what's it called? You know what I'm saying, about the North Barbershop and making the movie and stuff. That's it. That's the only thing I got. Anything that's on the phone, I think I remember that now. I vaguely remember it. You sent something.
Because you was shocked because she was hollering, screaming, talking about she get a check because she knows she crazy and all that old shit.
Yeah, I know she was doing a whole lot of cussing and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I kept that video. And then I kept another video when I was trying to get off the street when I had a counselor go out there with me. She refused to come back because she didn't want to come back to Atlanta. So I got all that footage. And I got the footage and all that's on my telephone. And I got the footage of me and her grandmama talking about me trying to get her back and get her some help. She didn't want to. I got all that. Yeah, but all of that's in my fucking telephone, and they got my telephone possession of their office. So I got all that shit.
Well, if they got it on your telephone, you talking about the people down there, if they got it, then you said just all that stuff is in your phone that they have?
Yeah. So they got that.
They was able to pull that stuff up?
Yeah, they would be able to pull all that up. Yeah.
I thought Apple had them privacy law where they couldn't get in and crack on Apple phone.
They ain't got that no more, bro. That's all with. They got
Have no internet access at all and no contact with any minors or animals. But again, he's met all the Ayala factors. He's a flight risk as evidenced by phone calls that we've heard.
Okay.
All right. Judge, just one more thing. If the court is inclined to grant a bond on this, which would see him released, the state does have a number of people we would be requesting no contact with as well.
So let me know what you think about this video and this particular phone call now that we have additional information. It was not the full phone call. It was chopped and screwed, but I think I want to definitely listen to this phone call when I go live, but I don't know, I do apologize. I'm not sure when I can go live with you all. So let's just stick to the videos for now. I hope that's okay with you all, and I will see you all soon.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Unfiltered Doll Reactions.
All right, Slash.
I wish you worked the phone. Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south, I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't